Imagine finding a clay pot sealed with asphalt, with a copper cylinder and an iron rod inside. It looks like something from a modern science fair, right? But this isn't from yesterday. This is the Baghdad Battery, and it's over 2,000 years old. Why did ancient people need a battery, and what did they power with it? Now, picture a man so rich, so unbelievably wealthy, that his generosity crashed entire economies. Not a modern tech billionaire, but a 14th century African king whose pilgrimage to Mecca left a trail of gold and inflation across continents. Meet Mansa Musa, the richest person to ever live. And finally, what if I told you there was a leader often overlooked in Western history who was responsible for more deaths than Hitler and Stalin combined? A figure whose policies led to the demise of 60 to 80 million people. His name was Mao Zedong. From mysterious ancient power sources to unimaginable wealth and devastating power, history is far stranger and more impactful than we often realize. But how did we get here? How did humanity evolve from scattered hunter-gatherers to complex civilizations capable of such wonders and horrors? Let's rewind all the way back to the beginning. For hundreds of thousands of years, we were nomads, chasing food. Then, around 10,000 BCE, everything changed. The agricultural revolution. We learned to farm, to domesticate animals. This wasn't just about food, it was about settlement, surplus, and specialization. Suddenly, not everyone had to hunt. Some could build, some could think, some could rule. And with that, the first cities rose in Mesopotamia, between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Uruk, Eridu, centers of innovation, writing, and early law. Wait, so you're telling me I don't have to chase a mammoth every Tuesday? I can just plant stuff and it grows? This changes everything. Meanwhile, across the globe, other civilizations flourished. The Nile birthed Egypt with its pharaohs and pyramids. The Indus Valley developed sophisticated urban planning. The Bronze Age was a time of interconnected empires, trade, and monumental achievements. But then, around 1200 BCE, it all came crashing down. A mysterious, rapid collapse, climate change, migrations, internal strife. Historians still debate the exact cause. But from the ashes, a new era emerged. The Iron Age, bringing stronger tools, new weapons, and the rise of empires like the Assyrians and the Persians. Fast forward to the Mediterranean. The Greeks gave us democracy, philosophy, and the foundations of Western thought. Their ideas on logic, ethics, and governance still echo today. Then came Rome, a republic that became an empire, spreading its laws, engineering, and language across vast territories. And within this empire, a new religion, Christianity, began to spread, fundamentally altering the spiritual landscape of the world. So, that Baghdad Battery? It's from the Parthian Empire, a rival to Rome. While its exact use is debated, some theories suggest it was for electroplating or even ancient medical practices, a testament to ingenuity even in times we often label as primitive. As empires rose and fell, connections grew. The Silk Road, established around 130 BCE, wasn't just a trade route for silk and spices. It was a superhighway for ideas, technologies, and religions, linking East and West. Buddhism traveled from India to China, and papermaking from China to the Islamic world, but it also carried something else. Diseases like the Black Death, which would later devastate populations. While Europe entered its dark ages after the fall of Rome, the Islamic world experienced a golden age. Scholars preserved and advanced Greek and Roman knowledge, making breakthroughs in mathematics, medicine, and astronomy. Meanwhile, in Europe, feudalism dominated, punctuated by the Crusades. Religious wars that, ironically, brought European knowledge of the advanced Islamic world. Then came a true game-changer, Gutenberg's printing press in 1440. Suddenly, knowledge wasn't just for the elite. Books could be mass-produced, spreading ideas like wildfire. This fueled the Renaissance, a rebirth of art and science and the Reformation, challenging religious authority and forever altering the political and spiritual landscape of Europe. Think of Martin Luther as the original social media influencer, his 95 Theses going viral across Europe, sparking a revolution of thought. The desire for new trade routes, fueled by Renaissance curiosity and Reformation zeal, launched the age of exploration. Columbus discovered America in 1492, though Vikings had been there centuries before, and millions of indigenous people already called it home. This era connected the world like never before, but at a devastating cost. Colonialism, the transatlantic slave trade, and the decimation of native populations. And Mansa Musa, his empire Mali was at its peak during this period, controlling vast gold and salt reserves. His legendary wealth wasn't just a personal fortune, it was a reflection of a powerful, sophisticated African civilization that was a global player long before European dominance. The 18th century brought another seismic shift, the Industrial Revolution, steam power, factories, mass production. It transformed economies, societies, and warfare. Britain, fueled by its colonial empire and industrial might, became a global superpower. But this era also brought new conflicts, like the Opium Wars and the scramble for Africa, as European powers carved up the continent. The 20th century was defined by two devastating world wars. Born from imperial rivalries and ideological clashes, millions died. The atomic bomb changed warfare forever. Then came the Cold War, a decades-long standoff between communism and capitalism, shaping geopolitics and proxy conflicts across the globe. From ancient batteries to global superpowers, humanity's journey has been a relentless march of innovation, ambition, and often destruction. The stakes have never been higher. We now possess the power to reshape our planet, for better or worse. And Mao Zedong, his reign in China from 1949 to 1976, saw ambitious social engineering projects like the Great Leap Forward, which led to widespread famine, and the Cultural Revolution, which plunged the country into chaos. The sheer scale of lives lost under his leadership serves as a stark reminder of the human cost of unchecked power and ideology. So, what's next for humanity? The story isn't over. It's being written every single day by all of us. If you want to dive deeper into these incredible stories, hit that subscribe button and check out our other videos. What part of history fascinates you the most? Let us know in the comments below.